All right, good morning, everybody. We've got a market which, interestingly enough, gapped open and then sold off a little bit, even from yesterday. Quite a few things in the red here, a few things in the green. INMD just on fire lately, won't stop. What's up, Rob? Did you ever pick up your INMD back? I was thinking about that yesterday. As this thing just goes on a crazy tear. Really good stuff. MDCO next in line. D-Dog still holding up there towards the highs. Kind of had a little bit of a distribution day. Oh, not after earnings. A little bit of selling here. Nothing too crazy, though. We'll see if D-Dog can get back with it. D-Dog holding very, very nice after its earnings. Market pulling in just a little bit. Tesla flat. Carvana. Visa's been flat. Never really rallied much on Friday. And Fortinet. Looks like it's still hanging out up there. Coop. What else do I have highlighted here? Okta. Looks like a little lower this morning. Very light volume the past couple of days on Okta. ENDP down lower. Cena pulling in but already bouncing back off the 10-day moving average. Light doing something similar, still also on the 10-day moving average. Skyworks not too bad. Check the global watch list. Yandex leading us here today, huh? SoFun LL. GMed looking pretty good in a larger pattern. All right, there at about the $58 level. 57.83 was the high. Not quite a double bottom pattern there, but nice extension. Maybe going into highs at the $60 level. Maybe make a run towards 100. It's a pretty nice base on GMed. Morning, Eli. After earnings over here, looks like we're trying to extend a little bit. Buy it all. Yeah, you can buy some select stuff. I'm not sure about all of it, but buy some select things, I think. GMed by Gmail? I don't think so. Not sure what this is. Let me open up my stocks tab and we can check it out. '96 composite rating, 82 relative strength rating for GMed. Looking really good. Develops innovative fusion and disruptive technologies that promote healing in patients with spine disorders. So they develop spine technologies that my wife could use, possibly. EPS are only 10%. Better than the negative 3/4 of the last three EPS reports. 16% sales change, 28% pre-tax margin, 446,000 shares traded on average. It's actually a relatively low float stock, which is kind of good if it's good. 3% change in funds owning stock. A- accumulation distribution, which is good. Good stuff for GMed. Let's go into actionable. Been flying under the radar there for a while. AMED. Anything with med in it is a go. Anything with med. And AMED looks like it wants to continue here. I think that's earnings. It doesn't look like that is earnings. It looks like that's after earnings. 10:29. This should be 10:20. Yeah, there's earnings. So 2 days after earnings is when this one got going. So I guess trying to clear a little bit of resistance here. AMED's not looking bad either. A little extended, but AMD just continuing. This one will probably wait for a buy on the 10-week line or 10-day line if it pulls back. This one's just running right now. Probably similar to this. MDC maybe trying to make a comeback. Maybe. Domino's Pizza. Look at the base Domino's Pizza has been forming for the past over a year. Man, they're still going. They're making good moves. A couple ways you could draw this trend line. Right there and right there. We're toying around with this first one. It's right in the 10-day line up. Crossed over the 50-day moving average. Actually, no, that would have been the 50-day moving average. That's a nice earnings day. It's been off to the races ever since that earnings day. So DPZ, loosely actionable too. Not really at this stage. Toll Brothers looks like they may have a bull flag, wants to break out. How's Nvidia doing? Sitting above that trend line, consolidating nicely. MDC. Man, Boeing, able to hold up their 350s pretty good. No one's really getting rid of their Boeing shares. At ABC, really still coiling here, acting pretty nice. This thing could be in for a nice pop. At some point, I don't know when. This has been a multi-year base. Trade desk over the moving averages is bullish. A lot of bullish signs throughout the market. In some of the quality names, at least. TDG. Look at this move, man, from 2013. Rallied, getting pretty extended from that, only 20% extended from the, okay. I guess it's not that extended at all. GSM out of its almost 2-year long base right there, straight up. Domino's Pizza looks very similar to that, but still in the base. IQ, right? ABG. This is what everybody wants Netflix to do right now. Had a big drop, big hook up. Looks like we're right about here in the cycle, but sometime later it just shoots right up from a very low base, very low basing point right there. No volume to speak up though on the run up. You can see there's just very, very little volume here. That would have been hard to pick up. Hold on. Okay. Down here, Carvana, barely flat. Any themes here this morning? Oh, imagine that. Marijuana stock's getting slammed again. Hexo down to the 4%. VFF, man, they are still beating up on these MJ stocks. Just obliterating them at every chance that they get, which is every day. Red, 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 red. Remember this H pattern right there? Boom. Crazy. What's up with Temus? Buy orders and sell orders. What are you looking at? Level 2 or something? Not news level 2. Are you looking at buys and sells? Where's buys and sells? Times and sales. There you go. 13 buy orders, 1,660 sell orders. I'm not sure. Must be, I think you use Fidelity, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure. You'll see things out of balance from time to time like that. It ebbs and flows and swings. You got market makers involved in these, so it's hard to... Dashboard. What's dashboard? Oh, there you go. Big dashboard. Oh, by Fidelity members? Well, because it's down here by the 200 period moving average. So what? Okay, I didn't... What are you looking at there? That's pretty interesting. So if I go to Fidelity, that's where my kids' accounts are. If I go to Fidelity, you buy orders and sell orders. Where would you find that? Investment products? No. Straightforward pricing. What's your pricing? 0. Top traded stock this morning. Is that on the home page or something? Oh, orders by Fidelity customers. Wow, yeah, Temus. 1% buys, 99% sells. That means buy it. Use this as a counter trend indicator. UGAZ is on here with a ton of buys for whatever reason. Amrin. It's pretty interesting that they give you that information. Wow. In recent market sessions. So I think they need to expand that a little bit and tell you how many market sessions. Interesting. Tesla taking the top spot lower on the list this morning. Daily chart looks manageable. D-Dog looks like it turned red on us. Okta, Visa back positive. Carvana, INMD just still rocking. This thing just looking so good. KL still holding up above our trend line right there. Oh, that's where you see NIL. That's funny. Wow, CGC has 155 buy orders and 121 sell orders. What are people thinking? This is why the market works, ladies and gentlemen, because you have idiots buying this. That's exactly why the market works. So market's still doing okay. Market's still doing its thing. We're down about 0.4%, but so far so good. Excuse me. All right, let's see what else we can. Here's FNV. This is a gold stock. Actually has a pretty nice pattern on it. Morning, Espen. Thanks for joining us. Could you look at DBX? Good earnings report leading to a sell-off. CEO bought a chunk of shares. Okay. Hold on a second here. Fix my bottom right window. Let me see what I got here. Bottom right. Oh, this thing? Oh, yeah, I don't look at this very much. Well, I mean, I do, but this is why I always complain that this always does this to me. It always pushes everything over. There you go. Sorry about that. I really do spend most of my time on these two windows. I look over here, but, you know, only if something's really current action. So let's look at DBX. Let's see what IBD has to say about DBX. In terms of, it's Dropbox. Gotcha. Composite rating of 40, ranked 11th in its industry group, which is not leadership. 18% EPS change last quarter, which is okay, but not very good. EPS change estimated for the current quarter is 40%. 142% 3-year EPS growth rate's good, so it's slowing down, which is not good. When you think about Dropbox, there was a tremendous amount of competition to Dropbox, to be honest with you. I'm not really. And just the way this chart looks, I'm not super enthused about it. It's pointing the wrong direction. The general trend here is down. Oh, zebras. Yeah, right. The general trend here is down, Espen. Usually when you see a downtrend like this, if you're looking for a reversal, I'm not too mad at that. But in terms of taking positions, I don't think you jump on early. I think you have to wait for some kind of a reversal signal. We could have maybe had one coming out of this base here, switching from bullish, because here's an uptrend, then you have a cup, and then that could have broken out, but it did not. They actually didn't buy the shares there. They actually sold the shares there, implying there's still distribution. Now I made a new low, and we're comfortable living down here, so this isn't a situation I'd like to put money to work at. Usually I like to put something to work that's in an uptrend, like INMD. This was an IPO breakout that we bought. Here's the IPO. Here's the high. That same cup that one could have broke out of, this one did. And they don't all do this. This is an exceptional move right here for this. But if you're in, see here's Snap with another potential turnaround. This one also in a downtrend, but you can see right there, at least breaking that trend, this consolidation. This one could break up. MDCO, firmly new highs there. You want to look at things going up. If you're looking for turnaround plays, that's fine, but I think you have to wait for them to turn around, which we're not quite seeing yet in DBZ there. Hold on. Sorry, kids were yelling at me to say goodbye to me. They're leaving. I thought there was a fight or something going on. So yeah, Espen. I mean, the everyone has different styles. I'm not here to push my style on anyone. People here will tell you that. But usually, if you're looking for things to go up in a somewhat short time frame, you have to look for uptrends or qualified reversal patterns or something like that, moving upwards through moving averages or something. So Tesla was another good example. This one was kind of a turnaround play too. You look on the weekly chart. Obviously everyone knows Tesla got beaten up from almost 400 to under 200, and then Tesla went on to form a cup and handle here. Right here, there's your cup, there's your handle. Okay, so there's a good opportunity to pick up shares where you have a expectation of a potential return. Um, Really down here, even under 200, while I mean it sounds good, and we did have some nice elevated volumes down here, there still wasn't quite the potential for return unless you were going to hold for very extended periods of time, um, which which isn't bad. I mean, especially in a stock like Tesla. Like I said with Dropbox, though, see, my wife's company uses Dropbox, and she's like loosely the administrator for it. They don't really have an admin position, but it sucks. And Microsoft, Azure's in the cloud. They got their OneDrive, which my wife's company uses Microsoft products for some reason. Google's got their Google Drive. I mean, there's just competition abounding, you know. So I'm not so sure if Dropbox is really gonna be here in 20 years. Tesla will. I think Tesla will be here in 20 years. I'm not sure about Dropbox. So okay, markets alive. Markets around here. We got some things green, a few things red. Mostly MJ's red. ENDP down about 3% today. So bouncing yesterday, not quite a pocket pivot, but a pretty nice move up. This morning we have definitely some elevated volume, at least on this 30-minute. It's a little elevated, nothing too crazy. Skyworks. So yeah, market doing fine here. I mean, I'm not really mad at it. Visa looks like it's been pretty tight the past couple of days, getting tighter and tighter action with good volume too. Some good support there. Looks like they're hopefully trying to pick up some shares. So that's aftermarket. That's a dark pool settlement. Anytime you get these big pops like this, aftermarket, they're dark pool settlements. That's my understanding at least. So, all right, guys, let's see what else they got over here. I'm going to bounce here pretty soon, get some food, get ready for the crypto show. Take a look at Netflix. So Netflix, after the Disney situation here, not looking horrible. Actually, kind of looks like a little mini cup and handle right there, trying to move up today. This actually may be it. So we're above the 10-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. So we're actually finding some support at the 50-day, which it hasn't been able to do in a long time. This actually could be buyable down here. So your 50-day here is a selling guide. What's our stop here? About 7%. It's a little wide. So Netflix looking really good right here. See what else we got here. Applied Materials. So there's an earnings gap up. That could loosely be viable. Tima CEO left. Oh, really? Yeah, it's okay. So let's take a look at Ping. Oh, recent IPO, very nice. IPO base right there. So this looks like it's a viable gap up on earnings, and you got a lower risk entry point closer to the bottom. If you remember your gap rules, you can buy on the bottom or buy on the breakout of the high. So as we're lower here, we're looking for maybe an entry down here towards the lows. Nice gap up for Ping. I haven't seen this one before. Didn't realize they were public. I'm not sure if they changed their symbol or what. So you can see we already were supported down there once. If we get down there again, that could be a lower risk entry point for maybe a potential, well, this is going to be an IPO base is what this is going to be. Down about 28%, 25, yeah, 28%. Also, you know, loosely could consider that a cup and handle, but that would be straight up off the bottom with that kind of volume. CRWD. Add Ping to the list here. Work. That's an Affirm. Firm trend lower. Has that been broken yet? See, a break of a trend line could be an interesting entry. That trend line's starting to shift up. Yeah, we did break that right there. I believe work is Slack, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So there's your 50-day moving average. There's your 10-day moving average. Either breaking that 50 on high volume or pull back to the 10. Or even down towards this 22. Maybe even this trend line could be pretty interesting. Maybe it'll actually attempt to go higher. Our volume here recently, that does look like a pocket pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is a pocket pivot right there. There looks like another pocket pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there's two pocket pivots recently. So you can see we put a low in here at 20, and we barely undercut that low and then bounced up pretty hard. Now we're trying to get over this high. So yeah, work. I don't know. I think I'm trying to likening a little more some of these reversals. So we just talked about Dropbox. works a little different because we have a very long trend line here. This is on the weekly chart. This goes all the way back to July. And then you can see there we just barely poking above right there and finding some nice pocket pivots down here. So that's possibly some good signs. This one here, not a pocket pivot, but definitely above average volume. So this is also a nice sequence here. So right there, you can see that ever since right there, we've had a bit of a change in behavior. So here the undercut at this stage went a little bit lower. This undercut here barely undercut that low by about, looks like, under 30 cents. So work actually not looking too bad. Oh, what's this one? CRWD. Oh yeah, nice volume right there. Look at that, nice increase. So retest the low there. Volume pretty dry. Then we see increased volume on these upticks right there. That's pretty nice. Very nice. So another recent IPO, FSLY. So big volume on earnings right there. Higher low. It's not too bad. Not my favorite one. Our buddy Momo's highlighted here. Okay, so Momo, nice pullback here. There's our breakout. And it looks like we're trying to do it again. Looks like not quite a pocket pivot the other day, but definitely a higher volume candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-day pocket pivot right there. On another kind of a lower volume pullback here. Now we're right back up towards highs, a little bit extended out. JD looks like it's holding its own. Pretty good. And then Visa as well. Couple pocket pivots here, but no price action as of yet. So, all right, guys. So, yeah, market's doing okay. We got some leadership. Wow, INMD up another 8%. Man, this thing is non-stop. It's not stopping either. You'll see this at 100 soon with this action. That's crazy. Good stuff there. INMD, MDCO. Those guys swapping 8%. There's a little undercut of a previous low coming back through that. That's a recent strategy I've been exposed to, and that seems to work out pretty well. Here's an undercut of a recent low and then bounce straight through it. Really nice. Snaps up about 5%, bouncing off the 200-day moving average. ZTO new high is actually today out of that cup and handle pattern. We've actually been talking about this one. Good volume so far today. Really good volume. Earnings looks like they're probably today. Yep, today after market. So you're going to have to, could be a buyable gap up situation tomorrow. Looks like this one also a recent IPO. Going back only a few years right there. So that's still a fairly new stock, believe it or not, even if it's 3 years old. Netflix down here actually does look pretty good. I'm really not too mad at Netflix at all down here. Kind of on a come up. Good earnings report. It withheld that earnings 10 million subscriber Of course, the whole thing about the streaming services, it's not like you're getting one or the other. Most households will have multiple. So, I think being scared out of Netflix because Disney starts a service, I think is a little disingenuous. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here for the day, take my break, and then I will see you tomorrow. So stay safe out there. Market's doing okay. Minus 0.25% is not too bad. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.